Man, this thing's gonna ride like it's on rails now with those new bushings. It's gonna be a race truck. Alright guys, so I probably did this in the wrong order. Pretty sure these leaf spring bushings are original to the truck, so I ordered a new set. They came in the other day. These are the prothane bushings. Prothane and Energy Suspension were the two brands that popped up when you searched them on the old eBay. And these ones were way cheaper. I did some research and people say that the prothanes are harder. So that's exactly what we need, is something harder in this truck. That's the new bushings. So we are going to set about trying to get these old ones out. Everything's been nicely painted. I was smart enough at least to put tape over the bolt ends so the threads aren't packed with paint and the head of the bolt doesn't have paint on it. At least we have that going for us, but we probably will do a little bit of damage. I'm sure once we start turning that bolt off, it'll flake off around it, and it is what it is. I also have no way to really press the old bushings out, so we're gonna see how that goes. Maybe the old rubber will be so deteriorated we can just push the rubber out and then get like a hacksaw blade and cut through the sleeve. But at least the shackle, once we get that out, I can put it up in the press and use the press to push it in and out. But anyways, that's what we're doing. But we probably will do a little bit of damage. Look at how hammered that bushing is. These bushings, they are in there pretty good. The driver's side is in better shape than the passenger side for some reason. These are pretty much shot. I don't have a whole lot of accessories, if you will, for my press. So I don't have a socket or anything big enough that'll fit around this and receive it. Went this route instead. They send you this little bitty tube of grease you're supposed to put on them. I guess the polyurethane bushings, they can be a little bit squeaky, noisier. So you want to make sure you lube it up real good before you stick it in. Perfect. Put just a little bit of red Loctite on that, just to, this doesn't seem like the type of thing you want coming loose on you. And these get tightened down to 145 foot-pounds. Even though they're different sizes, for whatever reason, the internet says they both get torqued to the same torque. So 145 on both of these. Once we get a new bolt, we'll get the bottom one in. Now we just got to work on the backs. Passenger side is giving me some problems because the bolt is seized right in the sleeve. The sleeve is starting to break away from the rubber, so we're probably just going to end up cutting that bolt on the other side. We'll see if we can get this one out. Alright, so I got a system for getting these out. Of course, this side could be completely different than the other side. I already cut through this one. There is like barely enough room to get, you can get like a cutoff wheel or a sawzall or something in there. I used the cutoff wheel on this side. The rubber that comes off of here is very hot and very sticky. It will burn you. So let me get that nub out of there, and then we'll use the air hammer and try to pound it out. That's what we did on the other side, and it got it out. And we'll go from there. So these will typically rust up pretty good in these holes here. You want to make sure you get all your rust out. The air hammer works good for getting the big stuff. And I usually just follow it up with some 220 grit. Your bushing rides inside of this here, so as the spring goes up and down, it's going to move a little bit. So the cleaner and smoother you can get this bore inside of here, the longer your bushings are going to last. They're not getting tore up on the rust. I ran out of the prothane grease. You know, they kindly provided you with enough for like 3 bushings. So I switched to this here. It's the 3M silicone paste. Dielectric grease, lubricates, prevents oxidation, safe on metal, rubber, plastic parts. For brake systems, ignition, electrical, rubber bushings, and more. Stuff's crazy expensive. I think it was like 34 bucks for this little guy, but I've had it forever. Not as sticky as the prothane grease. It'll probably do the same thing. I'm very particular about my washers. They're stamped, so one side's rounded and one side's square. If you put the square side out, we can't be friends. Alright guys, so that's going to be it for this video. Just had to give them a quick test. Real simple job. Doesn't really require any special tools. I kind of thought that I would get an advantage here with the shop press, but we didn't even end up using it. It's way easier just to drill them out. And not to mention, with all the rust built up around inside of there, I don't know if they would really push out that easy with the press. I think that's definitely the way to go. I started out using the hacksaw and using it to cut the sleeves. I just skipped that step altogether. Get yourself a nice beater screwdriver and get it in there between the sleeve and the spring or the shackle. Pound it in there. It'll bend the sleeve in just a little bit, and then you can get your pry bar right in there and just make it a little smaller and then pound it out with the hammer. Worked out pretty good. I have this nice pile of rubber on my floor now. It does smell like burning tires when you're using the grinder. That's the only thing that does kind of suck, but that was definitely the way to go with the ones that were stuck in the sleeves. Cut off both sides, don't even bother with the air hammer. This side, it worked out okay. I was able to get a screwdriver in there and kind of pry the sleeve, the inner sleeve open a little bit, and I think that helped me get that one out, but the other one, Yeah, just don't waste your time. Get out that zip disc, cut both sides of the bolt right off. Also make it a lot easier if I took the shock out or took one of the bolts out of the shocks, because I was kind of fighting the shocks. I didn't want to scratch any more paint than I already did. Alright guys, thanks for watching the video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you liked the video, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and make sure you turn on that bell so you don't miss out on any more of this mediocre content. If you haven't already, go ahead and scroll down and check out the merch that we got. Thanks to everyone who has bought merch already. And don't forget to leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section down below. Hope you're having a good day. We'll see you in the next one.